And you're very welcome back to the programme, and a big shout out to everyone joining us on Facebook Live as well. And remember, if you would like to join us on Facebook, you just have to log on to Facebook and you'll find us on Talkabout RK, where you'll be able to see myself and Danny as well as hear us. And Danny is joining us now live from Anbury's, which is opened. Hello, yes. Danny.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm
open
great.
For appointments, yeah.
Open
and
for appointments.
Collect. Yeah.
Brilliant.
And
open for
click.
Open for good next week.
Yes, from Monday. Yes, life is back, a bit normality.
And I can see you've had a haircut.
Oh God, yes. First thing Monday morning, I was first inside the door, because I was turning out. If Disney was looking for a troll, my hair would have been ideal for it. It wasn't cut since the first week of December.
Oh, I know.
And even the beard got a bit of a trim.
You're looking very, very well, Danny, I must say.
Likewise, Deirdre, as always, yourself too.
Well, I haven't had my roots done yet, but
wow!
No, not
yet. Your
hair
looks perfect.
Oh God, yeah. It's far from it, but I'm looking forward to getting them done. Well, look, Danny, before we start, and we've loads to talk about, some great news, some great breaking news for listeners.
Literally, just as it's been recorded next door, Pamela Scott's is coming back to Tralee, and they'll be opened hopefully within a couple of weeks. It may not be next week, but they're working as hard as they can. They're just after getting the keys of the premises again this morning. So Tralee will have one of its leading fashion labels back, and that's Pamela Scott's, a lovely Irish brand. So the street is fully occupied here in Tralee, in Abbey Court and Central Plaza.
Well, yeah, that's wonderful news, and just to take this opportunity to wish everybody in the retail trade a warm welcome back and a prosperous summer ahead. Danny, let's talk. Well, we're going to talk later on in the programme a bit about outdoor dining and what to wear in outdoor dining, and some of the lovely colours and styles and jackets that are out for the summer to keep us cozy when we're eating outside. But before that, despite the numbers being reduced, weddings are going ahead and being planned at the moment, and I believe there's a bit of a flurry into you in the last week of mothers of the bride and mothers of the groom looking for ideas.
Ideas and stuff. They're going kind of very simple. Like one of the dresses I'm going to pull in, the Kay Cooper range. And again, it is quite simple, as you can see here in the cut. It has the lovely V-neck, but also it has the cut that you would have known that Irish brands would come up with, like Kay Cooper. And this colour, the reason why I picked this colour as well, it's ideal. If you are even going into autumn or even winter, it's a colour that will do all seasons. And the mother, the brides, and mother, the grooms as well, and even the poor bridesmaids and grooms, they're not too sure when the date is going to go on, even if it's booked. But having something like this, it'll do all seasons. It's thinking a different way to what we did before the pandemic. And this is a dress as well that you can put a short jacket, casual jacket over to cash it down to get another wear out of it again. And like that, you can just add on a headpiece like this to it, and it just gives it that more dressed up look as well.
What shade of blue would you call that, Danny? And also, can you give us an idea of what length it is? Because I'm looking at it here on screen.
I'll just have to move a small bit out of the way, and just bear with me.
Okay.
It would be, which would be the best way. Probably if I got another one of the dresses.
Yeah, it will. I guess even tell us. Is it midi length?
Length below the knee. Midi length. Well below the knee.
Well below the knee. Okay.
Yeah, well below the knee, and I have one here. The length of it you can see. Now the screen isn't the best, but you can see there's a bit of texture going on, and I would call it a royal, but it would be more. What would I say? More of a royal blue, a cornflower blue.
Cornflower, yeah. Okay, I would reckon it's cornflower.
Yeah, more. Again, the screen can come up slightly different, and with the lighting as well, it can create a different. But again, something like that is ideal because it'll take you anywhere at any stage. And like I say, add on your royal headpiece with it, and it just creates that lovely mother of the bride outfit.
Or indeed, even if you weren't a mother of the bride, if you were just a guest at a wedding, that would look lovely.
Yes, even for the guest, or even say for a confirmation that's coming up, just strip it back a wee bit. Again, you'd have the likes of, this is another colour.
Oh, that's a beautiful colour.
It's coming up more purple there, but it is actually
cerise,
a fuchsia.
Fuchsia
is what they call that. And I suppose from the shade, but again, it's straight down. It is a simple enough dress. It's from personal choice, but here at the end, you have that almost 1920s kind of a frill, but it's only a nod to it. It's not a big frill at the bottom. It would be about maybe 4 inches, but it just adds on that when you walk, that bit of movement as well.
Okay, that's beautiful. Yeah.
And you can see the detail going around here, and it's not a deep V. It's one of these new V's that have come in. It's not sharp. It's more of a rounder V, and it's very flattering against the neck. And again, if you have the bigger boobs, it's brilliant for bringing everything into proportion. And of course, the short sleeve, you know.
And what would you wear? How would you dress that up then?
Again, you could go for your headpiece if you like. You have the jewelry here already, so you wouldn't really need it again. The headpiece and maybe adding in a bit of a scarf as well would be the way to go.
Okay.
The wedding, I suppose the big point I want to say, they're gone back to simple cuts, one stand dress, and it can be used again. Okay. If you wish, you know.
Gotcha.
We're gone very simple with our designs, but you can get multiple uses out of it. But the headpiece on this would dress it up. And even once you have seen it in the body, the way it looks would be the key to it, and the fit.
Anything else to show us?
Oh, with that, there is loads. Again, going a small bit fussier, we have this lovely mint green lace, and we have a draping here, but also the draping continues here at the back. So when you move, you have a small bit of movement. And again, it has the round neck in front and a small bit of a V-neck here at the back. And it's just one of those dresses with the movement along. It goes well below the knee. It's just one of those, you're straight away dressed up. Now, you would be limited to cadging this down. You'd really want to be taking this off to make it a bit more casual. Do you know? Stuff like that would be good.
And I noticed, Danny, all 3 of those dresses, they're all very flattering, no matter what kind of a figure you have.
Yes, the designers are going that extra bit to put their more, do you know, they've used their time in lockdown to bring in more, going back to the old-fashioned cuts. I shouldn't even say old-fashioned cuts, but the cuts that give the body, for your body shape, the best flattering look. So in fairness, the designers were able to take a deep breath and look at things afresh. Even for next autumn, winter, because fashion works so far ahead, they have cashed it down a wee bit, but it's still going back to the homing of the cut of the garments, particularly with the Irish brands and the slightly bit more expensive brands. They're spending the time on the design, and that's what you're really paying for.
Okay, so just before we finish on the whole mother of the groom, mother of the bride topic, at the moment, people can come in, they can make an appointment and come in and, you know, get some advice from you if they've no idea what to wear, try on different things. And I presume even though you're open to the public next week, but the appointments can continue, can they?
They can. We'll still make appointments or whatever. Some people have actually for next week, which surprised me. None of my wedding gear is up online because it's hard to buy a wedding outfit online because it's the cut. You have to try these things on. It's not like some of the casual ranges that are easier to put on. When it comes down to wedding stuff or the more fancier dresses, you really have to appreciate being in store to see the fit.
Yeah. Okay,
You know,
gotcha.
and that's why you won't, if someone Googles it, it's not on. I'll be putting some up in Facebook, all right, but not on the online shop. And a lot of manufacturers have gone the same way, or retailers have gone the same way. They might show a small bit, but it's nothing compared to what they have in store.
Okay.
And again, it's the one time as well, you shouldn't shop with your eyes, as in going for shape. It's the shape is when you put it on, is when it comes to life, particularly for the occasion wear, you know?
And from what you've been hearing, Danny, and we spoke about this off air, there are weddings going ahead, obviously, because I mean, there are couples out there who just want to get married and they don't care if they've only allowed 15 people at the church or whatever it is at the moment.
The church you're allowed more now, but it's the afters you're not allowed. If it's outdoor, 15, so you can convert the hay shed. You know, people are being very inventive, yes, of stuff or whatever. Yeah. You know, I heard, I shouldn't really say it on air, but there was one bride that was doing it, or plans to do it, on a rota basis, where she'll have 10 at one time slot, she'll have 10 at another time slot, 15 at another, you know, so that more people can share in the day.
Oh, so they'll come for a few hours and go away, and then
go, and then someone else come again. It's like thinking outside the box.
Yeah.
But it is showing that there is life going on, and love conquers all at the end of the day, no matter what the surroundings are. We'll find a way around it. And there is hope as well, Deirdre, that coming into the summer, that the numbers are going to increase, and going into the autumn. I suppose that's where I'm getting a mix of Mother of the Brides. I have ones that are coming up in a couple of weeks' time, and then I have other ones that are coming for maybe August and September. And it is really summer stuff you'd be looking at then. But going into the autumn, there will be more of a kind of a restriction. I won't say restriction. There won't be as much dressy stuff coming in, you know, so just be aware of that. Even if it's October, especially if it's indoors, you can still get away with your short sleeves because of the heated surroundings, if that makes sense.
Okay, and not alone does love conquer all, but fashion conquers all too.
We're getting there. We're back, and we're fighting back as well. Fashion is changing all the time, but even the Mother, the Bride, that market has been affected as well. Do you know?
Of course.
There are different ways of businesses coming. Some will go, some will come back. Do you know, this morning I'm feeling really hopeful, particularly with Pamela Scott's coming back. They were my neighbours as well, so I had that emotional contact with them as well. But it's brilliant to see an Irish company bouncing back that had to cut down a lot of their stores as well.
Yeah, fantastic.
During the pandemic.
Fantastic.
You know?
Listen, Danny, we're going to take a quick break. I'm dying to get on to the next segment, because we're going to talk about outdoor dining and some nice jackets and shawls and nice things we can wear over, because as we all know, it's not Barcelona we're living in, so
no,
we do need to keep the old shoulders and the bare arms warm for all this outdoor activity we're hoping to enjoy in the coming weeks. So we'll talk about that when we come back. And just to remind listeners to get in touch with us or follow us on Facebook, log on to Facebook. Talkabout RK is the Facebook page, and you can see Danny and see myself as well, and hear all the latest in fashion. We'll take a quick break. Talk to you in a moment. You're very welcome back to the programme, and if you're joining us on Facebook, welcome back as well. And by the way, those of you listening to us on the radio who are maybe in the car or you can't get to watch us on Facebook, don't forget that it will be up later on as well tonight, and you can watch it back if you're perhaps listening to us and you hear about something that you'd like to see that Danny's describing. You can always log on to Facebook tonight and have a look at it. So, Danny, let's go back to business and talk a little bit about the summer we're having. And we keep hearing from Leo Varadkar and Tony Houlihan and all those people that it's going to be an outdoor summer. So we can envisage that for the month of June, at least, if we're going for pints or G&Ts or food, it will be outdoors. And we know that we're hoping for balmy summer evenings, but chances are there'll be a bit of a chill. So that's where fashion comes to our rescue. And you have a few suggestions of what we could wear over our short sleeve summer outfits.
Yes. Again, one of the things that are coming through is use the longer waistcoat. I personally haven't got them in my shop, but this one, believe it or not, came out of Pamela Scott's. It has the hood so that if the head is cold, you can put it up. But it's a light padding, even though it looks as if it's heavy, it's not. And there's a lovely length to it as well. Now, the secret to wearing this is sometimes you can get away if you're tall with it closed. If you don't want to be a shorty altogether and shorten yourself another bit, just leave it open. And also go for one that dips a bit at the back and is a bit shorter at the front. If not, what you're going to do is you're going to dwarf yourself, make yourself look smaller. But leaving it open and going for one with a longer length at the back will elongate you. That's the biggest tip I can give you about the longer waistcoats. And they will give you that bit of warmth. It'll protect your vital organs to keep you warm as well. So you won't be getting kidney infections when you're sitting still. It's one thing when you're walking. I know my old grandmother is coming out.
I was going to say, you sound like someone's granny. Oh, you'll get a cold in your kidneys.
I had the hair like granny or granda. No, I don't. It's back. But just thinking, you know, when you want to enjoy your time outside as well, Deirdre, and look fashionable at the same time. And this is one of them. And
so those I know you called it what did you call it?
A gilet, a long gilet or waistcoat.
Oh, waistcoat. Yeah, the very long gilets with the hood. I've seen them everywhere on so many websites.
They are.
They're very in at the moment, so.
They all massively. And you know, for the autumn, they're going to even be bigger again. Believe it or not, I've none in store at the moment, but I will have them come September. But like that, I can't go for everything. I suppose what I had gone for is more the traditional one as well, with the shorter. And what's lovely are the brighter colours. Like you can see it here and behind me, but also that lovely summer orange is lovely as well.
Oh, that's a beautiful shade.
Yeah, to give us a lift. And that'll go with the khakis that are out there, the blues, the navies, the aquas, you know, to brighten ourselves. And like I've said before, once we have colour on us, we feel really nice and lovely, particularly if we're after getting our hair cut, we're after a facial, we're after the beautician, to give ourselves that extra buzz again. The colour is the way to go. The other thing that I can see and they're everywhere at the moment. This is one I've taken from Vera Moda. They're not open till Monday. Is this lovely short jacket. In the mannequin behind me, you can see, and these go from size 8 to 16 next door in Vera Moda, and I go up to 26 or 24 with my one here. They're identical, but slightly different material. Mine is 100% cotton. There's a small bit of cotton in this, but there's also stretch. But it'll keep you warm because of the cotton content. We're going back to Granny's time, a small bit by being a bit more practical when it comes down to the fabrics we're wearing, because the cotton is so breathable and it does the work for us while we're sitting there eating or drinking. And they come in a range of colors. If you have a pattern dress, the plainness will go, or even if you have a plain dress like this one, it'll work with everything and anything. That is going to be a summer essential for our wardrobe. And like that, it might be styled as the denim jacket from the 70s, but like that, it's far from a denim jacket. And people that are dying to, particularly the older people, I shouldn't say older people, people of our age and older, this is a lovely way of being introduced to it.
Okay.
And from, if you're a teenager, all the ways up to a 90-year-old can wear these. Do you know?
Okay.
It's for everyone.
Anything else in terms of outdoor dining that you'd recommend?
It isn't recommending, but having something close by.
Yeah.
And again, it's like the kind of a rain mat or whatever. This one is from Vera Moda again. It is in that lovely lilac-y colour. I don't know if it's coming out as much on screen, but again, you have your buttons, the whole lot. The hood stays on, But like that, you can get them in all different shapes and sizes. That's another one there. The hood can come off if you want it. It's just being prepared a wee bit for the weather that, let's face it, we are in Ireland. We're not in Barbados or somewhere like that. But even having it in hand where we can go back to the car, or, you know, these can be folded up into a handbag as well. And it's just to keep the cold from us.
And what else is coming in, Danny? What else have you seen? I presume there's lots of deliveries in the last couple of weeks.
Either side of me, there are loads of. Pity they're not even open now taking appointments, but they will be open next week. There are lovely green colours coming through. And they're also experimenting with material again, say the slinky, silky material. And again, where you can match up the tops again, you can dress them up or dress them down. And it's everywhere. And everyone has gone more. Versatility is the name of the game, but also the colors have gone bright. You have your acid greens, you have your turquoises, you have your aquas, you have your yellows, as you can see behind here. Even some of the t-shirts are gone with the prints as well, like that one. It's a lovely print, but the trick with this is different colors that you put over it will bring out different colors as well. Say the reds, the yellows, the navies, stuff like that. So casual, you can dress it up. And again, those jackets I showed you earlier can slip under different things as well, like I shown you there earlier.
Danny, just something that I wanted to ask you as well. You know, in the last couple of summers, we've seen footwear, particularly trainers, becoming very popular during the summer, even with dresses. Is that trend still there? Is it going anywhere?
No, it's going nowhere. It's like that casual chic is still coming around. That's still as big as ever. Some of the trends I have seen coming through with the sandals are the straps are getting bigger along the foot or whatever, but a younger kind of a style to them and a more casual style. But yes, the runner is going nowhere. Even going into autumn, winter, that runner trend is still coming in. The one thing is the block heel is coming back a wee bit as well as we're getting back into normal life, but the leisure wear is going nowhere. Certain men and women that have gone into it are not coming out of it, and it's going nowhere for a while.
Okay.
With fashion and stuff.
Okay.
You know?
What would you say is the colour of the summer 2021?
Normally before I could say it's going to be this, it's going to be that. It's every colour at the moment. And one of the reasons for that is while we were in shutdown, a lot of material people were in shutdown. So there has been, say, like your corals coming through, your oranges. There isn't just one colour this year. And it has happened really by accident. There's a mixture of everything. And I suppose, again, stores, say like the likes of India has gone shut down with manufacturing. They've moved off somewhere else. So the colour they intended to go may not be the colour or the material that we would have been sold in the first place.
Yeah, okay.
And like even with some of the favourites out there that people will have, they're slowly coming back into the shops, and it can be up to 6 months before it'll right itself. At the moment, that is the advice I'd give.
I'm just seeing a text message coming in here from somebody who wants to know about cut-off trousers, and if they're still, I presume they mean crop trousers, are they still in this summer, and does Danny stock them?
Yes, I do. I stock them from size 12 all the way to 26, some up to 28 and 30, but yes, they're big. Unfortunately, some of the shops didn't get theirs, and that was because they missed the slot in which to get them. I know with one of my manufacturers, they're waiting to get more material. They may not get it. Certain sizes have run out, and I don't think I'll get them in again.
Okay.
Not that I want to bring them in. They can't be got because of waiting for the material to come in. And that's the same with a lot of things, unfortunately.
Now, I know you've only been open a few days, so it's very hard to tell, but what's been flying off the shelves? What has there been big demand for so far?
3/4 the jackets I showed you here only came in last night. They're fresh in, but even online, I'm after selling 3 of them that came in already. So
sorry, what's that 3/4 length jackets?
No, these jackets only were launched last night and 3 of them sold
already.
Online
and that's
already.
Kind of khaki, is it?
That is a khaki, yes. Yeah. These have come in all different colors. You have the white here behind me. You have navy and you have oatmeal. But other shops will be doing red, lilac, all different colors. And the 3/4 are as busy as ever. At the moment, it's caught between the mother of the bride coming into me. That's getting something for the wedding. And the casual, it's very practical stuff. It's t-shirts, 3/4, it's jackets like this, even raincoats. I don't think I have sold as many raincoats in so many years as what I have done in the last couple of weeks, even online. But now they can come in and touch and feel and fit on, they're away. But a warning, not all shops are allowing you to fit on. Like at Penny's at the moment, you're not allowed to fit on. You bring it home. If it's not right, bring it back. And the same with a lot of shops that are opening next week. I have invested on a more industrial style steamer. They get a steam after they're put away for 24 hours and then brought back out again. There are protocols, but say for some of the fast fashion outlets, they can't work that way.
Yeah.
And that just to be patient as well when we're going back into the stores, whether it be a boutique or the big chain stores as well.
Great stuff.
Just remember that.
Well, look, Danny, we're out of time, unfortunately, but it's great to see you with the spring in your step, and not to mention the new haircut. And
yes.
All the lovely clothes behind you. I'm chomping at the bit to get into the boutiques once they open next week. So as I said at the very outset, we wish you a busy summer, but not too busy to come back and talk to us in June.
Oh God, I'll always talk. Don't worry. I'll always get an appointment for Radio Kerry. Don't worry.
Very good. Danny, listen, thanks a million for everything, and we'll catch up with you and talk some more fashion next month.
Brilliant. Looking forward to it already. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.